I'm going to make, or show you how to make a gorgeous fall, could be Halloween, Thanksgiving, vase. I got a few of these vases, and along with the vases I got some autumn leaves, and where did I put it? I got, these are going to be glitter, so I'm going to do like kind of an ombre on here. Yeah, these lights. So I'm thinking what I might do with these is kind of just sew a little wreath to go around the bottom, just with needle and thread. So I'll do that off camera, because if they are glued on here and you want to wash the vase, the leaves are going to get ruined. So before I begin, I'm going to get my gloves on. I'm going to do this on some wax paper because I have my glitters. I have these extra fine glitters. This is, I guess, kind of a bronze. It doesn't actually say what color it is. That's weird. Oh well, doesn't say what color, but anyway, it's kind of a bronze. And then I've got like a brown, and I have a gold, and then a kind of a rose gold and a yellow gold. So I think I'm just going to use these three. And these are great glitters. I got them from Michael's, and they're stackable. Actually, before I put my gloves on, I'm going to mask off the top and bottom of the vase. I'm going to mask off the very top. And the reason I'm doing that is I have a cup spinner, and I'm going to be using this when I apply the resin once all the glitter and Modge Podge has dried. So let's get on. I'm going to mask just a small lip around the top and just the base of it. Okay, now I have masked the top off and the bottom, and I've done 2 ribbons around the side, because the other thought I had might be nice is, if I'm not going to use it as a vase, and if I do, it's fine having those 2 clear bands, it might be nice to put these lights inside it, and therefore, you know, the lights will show up through the bands. So I am going to begin with the darkest at the bottom, and then I'm going to go orange and gold at the top. So let's begin with the darkest one. And I'm going to use Modge Podge Dishwasher Safe Gloss. And you have to put on a nice smooth coat. You don't want any lumps and bumps, and don't be too frugal on it. Oops, don't want it there, because you want all this glitter to stick. So go around here, and I'm doing it on top of wax paper so that I can scoop all my glitter back into its little bottle. Okay, that's good. Let me put that there and get my fine glitter. Sprinkle that. And I'm going to do 2 coats. Let me put my hand in, that might be easier. I'm going to do 2 coats on each one. But for now, I'll just do 1 coat. Okay, that's the dark one. I'm not going to touch it with my hands because I'll contaminate each colour. Oh, it's going to be so pretty. Okay, now I'm going to put that aside and scoop my glitter back into its pot. I'm going to use a separate sheet of wax paper for each colour. Let me get my lid off. Let's do the second colour. Oh, it's kind of smelly, this Modge Podge. Make sure I cover it all around. So the first coat is likely to have some gaps in it, which is why you do a second coat, to guarantee. And Modge Podge does dry fairly quickly, although this one seems to dry less quickly than the hard Modge Podge. That dries really fast. Anyway, so that's on. It's nice and smooth. No lumps and bumps. And now for this glitter. Ooh. Oh, there we go. Turn that around. See, that's why you need paper to catch it in. Now, if you're going to do this with chunky glitter, you're not going to get as good coverage. It just doesn't cover as well as the fine glitter. Okay, that's that coat. And I'm going to put the glitter back in its pot. I'm using a different wax sheet for each glitter because this glitter is not cheap. So I don't want to contaminate my colours. Come on. Oh, I was trying to be so careful. Do it this way. Now what I'm going to do the two coats. Oh, I don't know if you can see. See this? So I deliberately left little tags. Just folded the ends in because when it comes to removing, this is electrical tape. And the reason I'm using electrical tape on this is because I'm going to resin over the top, but I'm not going to leave the electrical tape on until a bit, I'm not going to leave it on long enough for the resin to dry over it because then it's like really, really hard to get off. So just coat this. Take any bumps off. Paper. Okay. All right, that's good. We're all smooth. And now for the gold. This would even be lovely at Christmas, to be honest, just because it's all glittery, but I have one planned for Christmas. So as we get, or the holidays, I should say, Hanukkah, etc. But this would be lovely for any holiday because it's all sparkly and lovely for a centerpiece on the table. Okay, bash any excess off. Right, I'm gonna let that dry. And once that's dry, I'll come back and do a second coat of each glitter. So here's where I've got so far. I took the tape off because everything's still a little damp, and sometimes if you wait for it to dry and then take the tape off, it can peel the glitter off. So I'm going to wait until that is entirely dry. Then I'm going to spray it with a fixative spray. And once that's dry, I will put it on my turner and apply the resin. And I'll probably leave that spinning for, I don't know, about 4 hours. But I think I might finish it this evening. I mean, apply the resin, or I might wait till tomorrow morning, because we'll have to see. I've also made a wreath of leaves that can either go around the top, or I thought actually might be nice to sit on at the base. So that is drying as well. I used picture wire and glue. So once that's dry, I will come back and then we'll do the next stage. It's the next day. I was going to do this last night, but I really didn't want to put the resin on while it was still, some of the glitter was still a bit damp. So I have my vase on my turner, and I am just going to gently put the resin that I've already mixed on here. I'm going to give it a good covering before I start using my fingers. In fact, what I might do, no, I'm going to smooth it out with my hands as it goes around. And this is the best way to do this. The turner, you can make these by hand. Basically, you just get like a rotisserie turner and get some wood and adapt your own turner. I've got a metal rod. What the turner does is it keeps it moving, and I'm going to keep on this for like several hours. I'm going to turn it off right now actually, because what I want to do is just, there we go, that's easier to do. Spread this around. Penny, can you believe it? Like, you know why I think Penny does that? She thinks I'm talking to somebody. Penny, I'm not talking to anyone, I promise. Yeah, this is good. So once I've got this covered in a really, not a thick layer, I'm going to see how this comes out. And I might put another layer on it, but it keeps turning. And then there is very few drips. It just drips. It's going to drip onto this silicone mat that I've got underneath. And then you don't get any of those little nodules. Somehow I've got to turn this back on without, how do I do this? Okay, I'm going to take off, I should have put 2 gloves on. I'm going to take off this glove, turn it on. Make sure yeah. Oh, bit missing there. Okay, so that's I'm gonna keep that rotating for about, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours probably. And then I'll take the tape off the top because I don't want like a hard, rigid line. So once that's done, oh, the other thing I wanted to show you is my leaf wreath, which is going to stand on. So that's it for now. So once it's finished, we will come back and take a look with the lights in and standing on its wreath. Just a quickie interruption. I took the tape off the top because there you can see I want the resin to kind of rest. I don't want a hard ridge. So it's all still turning and whirling. And you can see this is such a good technique because really very little wastage. And I'm not going to get any lumps and bumps. So that's going to keep on whirling. And I'm going to stop it in probably a couple of hours. And then tomorrow it'll be perfect. I can put the lights inside and stand it on its wreath. So the holiday vase that I made, or table centerpiece, is finished. There is the wreath that I made to stand it on. And you can see, I'm going to take the lights out and show you without the lights on. But it is just so cute. Really like that. Here it is without the lights. I'll bring you in for a close-up. It is just gorgeous, actually. Really happy with my new cup turner. Makes a big difference. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.